Well, welcome back, watch people, and today it's welcome back wonderful, watch people, and I'll tell you why. You may remember in the build up towards the Brighton Watch Show, we ran a charity raffle in aid of that lovely little boy Jacob Thornton and his fantastic family, who have done so much for this little lad. But I put a call out to help this little boy. Let's see what we could do for him. Let's see how much we could raise towards basically trying to give him a new life. Bill and Elaine Thornton live in a relatively small house that needed some serious renovation, and there were some serious problems that were really quite threatening to Jacob's future. And we put out an appeal, and you guys from the watch community, you responded. Now you might remember that on the night we raised £5,000 for Jacob and his family through that charity raffle, but on top of that you also donated close to another £1,000 via Jacob's Just Giving page, and I can't thank you enough. And a lot of you mentioned in the build up towards the raffle that the thing about charities is you often don't really get to see where the money's gone, but not this time. I want you to join me this morning. I'm going to visit Elaine and I'm going to go and see Jacob, and let's see where your money went. Well, thanks for inviting me round, Elaine. It's really nice to see you again. How's life been for you, and more importantly, how's life been for Jacob?
It's been a lot better since we've been home. Obviously the house is now geared to Jacob, and he's absolutely loving it. He loves his bath, which he wasn't getting before. So yeah, life's good. Life's good.
Unfortunately, Jacob's not here today, but we've got some good news, and the reason he's not here is because
he's back at school.
Fantastic. Yeah. And how's he getting on at school?
He's doing quite well. A little bit behind on some things, but that's because unfortunately he's in a lot of pain a lot of the day, so he falls asleep, or he has to get out of his chair and onto either a profiling bed or onto a beanbag, and it's a little bit more difficult to work with his switches and things then. On the whole, he's doing really well, and he loves being at school. He loves being with his peers. Bless him, that's lovely. Now, the reason I've popped round today is that, obviously, as you know, and as most of the viewers will know, we help raise some money towards the renovation of your home for Jacob, make it more livable and more comfortable for him. And I wanted to just show our viewers and the wonderful people that donated. I wanted them to see for themselves where their money's gone. So if you don't mind, let's have a look at what you've managed to do. Okay, no problem, come with me. So we come through to Jacob's room. Next room.
Wow, so that's great, Elaine. So what do we actually have here?
Right, well, Jacob has a tracking hoist which spans the whole of the room. So we can pick him up at any point, whether it's out of his chair or out of his bed. And once his spine and hips are a little bit stronger, he'll be able to go into what they call a helping hand sling, where we can move him across the floor, and hopefully, eventually, he'll be able to maybe pick up a foot, and we'll go from there. So yeah, his wardrobe situation is behind you, Paul. So it houses all his clothing and bedding. The other cupboard has got shoes and books and toys and things in it. He's got a lovely big space, so he can go right the way around the room in his wheelchair, which
he couldn't do before.
The room he had before was probably less than half this size, so yeah, it's a massive difference.
And what do we have in here?
And then we go into his bathroom. Again, we put him in his hoist, and we would hoist him across the room to his bath. This is a profile bath, which has also got hydrotherapy built into it, because Jacob's muscles are very, very stiff, so it benefits him greatly. It's like being in a nice jacuzzi, really. Fantastic,
bless him, he deserves it.
And behind you, Paul, is the fitted cupboards, which I'll just go down here and open. We haven't got the doorknobs yet, I'm afraid, because they've been specially painted. But this houses Jacob's supplies. So
wow.
He has a lot of medication, a lot of dressings, etc., as you can see. So that's mainly medications and dressings and pads in this one. And then we go over to his secondary cupboard, which houses Jacob's gastroscopies, which is his feeding tubes into his stomach, and all the stuff for his tracheostomy, his feeds, his bottles, his suction catheters, etc. And we've also got an overload of these in the sheds.
It's like a little mini hospital
yeah,
almost.
It is like a mini hospital. This is like a month's supply.
A month, just a month.
Just a month. In fact, we will have to top up on some of these things from our store cupboard down in the garden.
Oh my goodness. Elaine, thanks so much for inviting us around today, and I'm sure that our viewers will be absolutely delighted to see where their money went. I mean, obviously it goes without saying that this cost a huge amount of money, far more than we were able to help you with, but I'm sure it went at least some way.
It did indeed. It's been fantastic. Donation, brilliant. I didn't expect to get as much as we got, so absolutely thrilled to bits.
Absolutely my pleasure. Thanks so much, Elaine, and when Jacob gets home from school, please give me a little kiss from everyone.
I will do. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, there you go, guys. That's where your money went. That's where our money went, and I'm sure you'll join me in saying that it was a fantastic cause. I'm really pleased and proud of what you guys managed to achieve, and I can't thank you enough. And you know, off camera, Elaine was saying what an amazing difference we made. But look, listen, Bill and Elaine's battle and their struggle, and Jacob's little struggle in life doesn't end there, unfortunately. There's, you know, a lot of things that still got to be paid for. The older Jacob gets, the more costly his care becomes, and there are still things that I would like to do for Jacob. And one of the things is that Elaine was telling me that he's 8 years old now, Jacob, and he's never ever been on holiday. He's never had the chance to go on holiday, mainly because of the pure cost of the logistics of moving a young man like that around. Is extremely costly. You need to have full-time carers in place. So look, there are things that I'd like to do for Jacob in the future. Right now, the best that I can do is that we are coming up to Christmas. Jacob's calendars will be available for sale on my website when they are available. If you can see your way to buying one, the money will actually go direct to the Thorpe family. It won't come anywhere near me. Your PayPal payment will go direct to the Thorpe family, and that would be wonderful. And of course, Jacob does have a Just Giving page, and any donation, no matter how small it is, would be truly, utterly appreciated. And you can genuinely see that we have helped make a difference to a beautiful young lad's life. Now I'm going to leave you with a video that is absolutely heartwarming. Part of Jacob's dream was to have a TV in his own room. He loves laying in bed watching TV or in his chair, and Jacob's a big fan of Strictly Come Dancing, and he gets very excited. He loves watching the dancing. Bless him, it is something that he can only dream of doing himself. But if any of you really need something to brighten up your day, watch this beautiful little boy's response to his favourite show, Strictly. And I'll leave you with that. Thanks for watching, Watch People, and thank you for all your help, and I truly mean it. Thank you.
Did you enjoy that, Jacob?